Okay folks, it is Tuesday 11:42 and I've just had 20 minutes with more police on site. Well, this time Guardia Civil, and they come to take some details and try and initiate court proceedings, I think, to put before the judge and see if they can have me moved off the land. Let's see how that goes. Apparently I get a chance to put my case to the judge if this happens, but they're trying to initiate paperwork to have me moved on. The guys, they were nice. I mean, one of them had a big baton in his hand and was ready for trouble, but I think she was frightened of the dog. I was talking with them, and one of them, they were okay, and he said the reason he's frightened of the dog, he has a mother-in-law. Oops. That's funny enough. They were, like I said, I mean, one of them engaged me in conversation at the edge of the road. The other walked around behind me and was trying to look in the tent and do whatever it is that they do. Apparently the Policia Local from the other day sent them. When the Policia Local were here and could do nothing, they've then sent in the Guardia Civil to try and do something. I explained my understanding. The land is private. Some neighbours early on tried to have me moved on, researched it, found the land was private, not public, but couldn't trace the owner. These guys, obviously, like the police always do, they're always insisting it's public. I have no real way of checking. From what I can tell, neither do they. They're fairly sure it's public in their minds, but they don't seem certain when I challenge them on it. And there doesn't seem to be an independent way of verifying either way. So after 20 months, they're now going to put it before a judge, and we know how that's going to go, don't we? They're going to confirm that, they're just going to rubber stamp it and say I have to move. That's my reading of it. I don't think that Spanish judiciary is actually independent in the way that most democracies would like and understand these things to be, especially at the lower levels. I think in most countries, lower level courts tend to just be a rubber stamping whatever the police or prosecution say. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what kind of paperwork there'll be. I don't know if I get to challenge it. The man said I can speak with the judge and put my side, but what people say and how things turn out aren't always the same thing. It's beginning to feel a little like harassment though, guys, yeah? I had the police here, was it 4 days ago? So 3 weeks ago I was arrested. 4 days ago I had them here for half an hour with the chief, with a fairly senior guy with all the scrambled egg of the, all the gold epaulets and hat and what have you from the Policia Local. Just had the Guardia Civil here. Last night I had 3 cars come down the road, park at the end, and on the way out one of them parked outside immediately. He stopped immediately outside the tent. The 2 officers got out and stood in this hedge. Got out of the car and stood in the hedge here for 10 minutes chatting. I'm guessing they were hoping I would, open my door, look out, give them an opportunity to initiate a conversation. I did not do so, and now I've got the Guardia Civil on my doorstep initiating paperwork to have me moved. Don't know, guys. 20 months. 20 months. But they were friendly enough, even though the guy had a big fuck off rubber truncheon in his hand. I think he was just frightened of the dog. He held it strangely behind his back, like he's trying to hide it from me. But he actually had it in his hand the entire time, or most of the time. But I don't know, guys. It is what it is, isn't it? It's concerning, it's troubling. But it's up to them to go and establish that this land is actually private or public. They need to establish it's public from their point of view. And I get a chance, I guess, to challenge that. I wouldn't know how, but I get to put my case to the judge, even if it is public. Are the public not allowed to use public land? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know where my options would be beyond that. I have to move from here, so where next? Do I just move to the next field over? Begin the process again? I mean, anywhere I go, there's nowhere I can go that there's not going to be the Guardia Civil and the Policia Local driving past, is there? They're going to be everywhere. Any plot of land I find and I camp in, pitch up, do whatever, they're going to be there that night. I don't know, folks. But that's just to update you, let you know, I don't know, let you know that it happened. Document the fact that it actually just happened, and I've just spent 20 minutes having to give my details and be interrogated all over again and state my case that I believe the land, you know, I don't know that it's private land. I'm led to believe by other people that it is. Like I said, they were friendly enough. We even had a little laugh and a joke. I shook hands with the one at the end. I guess it's down to the courts and the due process, whether I get due process, whether I get to state my position. I guess we'll see. Let's see how the Spanish justice system is. Okay, folks, I guess I've rambled on long enough. So, from Tina and from me, Delta Mike, out.